So I gotta get in a frame, baby. Triple E Elvis, 777, clocking in, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Here for the people, even if the people don't need me.
Like a mosquito.
I have a special guest, very special as short bus. No, we go back, what?
Too long.
Too long, yeah. 4th grade.
4th grade, you know.
4th grade, Jeffrey Langston, everybody. Or I shouldn't say that.
Met in trouble.
We did meet in trouble. We're gonna tell some stories, I guess.
That's what we do.
We got a lot of stories too. This is the thing is, there's too many to count. Like, I don't know how long this might be, so we got plenty of time. I don't want to
chapters.
Just to you, I just want to make like, I don't know, split it up and like we can do a 30-minute video, but I like to split them up sometimes because we gotta save. You know, you gotta save these people some time.
It also depends on young or
yeah.
So if he gets distracting, we can cut it short.
He's got his dog with him, so
yeah.
Don't worry.
Anybody want a dog?
Yeah, anybody want a dog? It doesn't matter where you're at, we're giving you a dog. I guess let's start with the 4th grade story. I mean, there's so many to think about.
That's the bread and butter of how we met.
There's so many to think about that.
Get over here.
That we've done. See, I haven't showed y'all Jeffrey, but Jeffrey knows Tyler. He knows Ronaldo. He knows Jamaica Nick. I've known Jeffrey's been around for a long, long time. Throughout, you know, stages of life. Like, we all go through like pauses. Like, we won't talk for a little bit and come back. We won't talk for a little bit and come back. That doesn't mean anything's changed. We're just going through things. It's called growing up. We've known each other since we were literally kids, like 4th grade. Okay?
Yeah, me and him will go a while from seeing each other. We'll meet back up, and it's just like we hated each other like the last time we saw each other.
Me and Jeffrey are frenemies. We're frenemies. We put it like that.
So yeah, the 4th grade story.
That's how I met Jeffrey. I'll let you take it away. I'll let you take that away if you want.
So there's 2 versions of the story. The one I like to tell.
You got Jeffrey's version,
the truth.
And you got and the truth. Yeah.
So there we were both in trouble. We had to sit on a fence post.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Not on it.
Back in that day. Yeah. That's for the Californians. Back in that day, if you got in trouble at the playground or whatever, they would send you to, you know, each post in the fence. So I don't even know what I did, but I'm sitting in trouble. And Jeffrey, who knows what he did? It was too long ago. We were in trouble.
We were like 10 feet apart, and I
don't know if I have like a reference for the fence post, but if you have a fence at home,
right over there, those posts.
Whatever. If you have a fence
10
at home,
feet apart.
Yeah. Enough to know who he is. Like enough to be like, who are you? Hey, how are you doing? You know.
Enough to talk shit. Too.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
So, what I say happened is, we were just sitting there. I was minding my own business, and this jackwagon walks up to me and steals my jacket.
Yeah?
So, we go back and forth. He takes it. I punch him in the ribs. He gets mad, cries, and goes and sits back on the fence post.
Keep in mind, we didn't know each other. We didn't know each other at all. So, that's the introduction to how we became friends right there. We're both in trouble. 2 different incidences. 2 different occasions. And how Jeffrey tells it.
And then the truth is complete other way around.
How Jeffrey tells it, he got me good. Okay, we'll just leave it at that. So, years later though, actually recently, I got Jeffrey a jacket. And we called it a truce. We're talking like, how many years later? Probably like
20 something? No.
Probably a little more, huh?
4th grade.
How old were I? I don't even know how old I was in 4th grade.
Probably like 8, 9.
Do you want to tell any stories of the law that you have? or you want to keep that off?
Ones with us?
No, man. Well, we do have a story, kind of. You weren't there, though, when I actually got into that situation with Bobby and them.
No, yeah, I wasn't there for that. I heard about it. I was there, but I wasn't there at the time.
Yeah, like, that was a wild scene.
Very wild scene.
I mean, that's a story in itself.
Yeah, but I think that's a different story. That's a little bit more in the future. There was times where we were running from rent-a-cops and walking down train tracks at 3 o'clock in the morning.
So we had a friend named Anthony back in the day. R.I.P. our dog. It's been a while, you know. certain situations happen. We were young. I met Anthony actually when I was in 2nd grade.
Yeah, you met Anthony.
I met Anthony. Yeah.
Everybody.
So you met like Tyler, and I met Anthony.
Yeah, I met Tyler.
Like we all met each other.
Yeah.
And we met Fernando in like 6th grade, I think.
Yeah, 6th grade. He bullied me in 6th grade.
Who did? Oh, Fernando. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I think we had to be like 14 or 13 or 14 when we did this.
Yeah, 13 or 14. It was I didn't go to Nice at that time. This is whenever I went to Votech. I had to transfer schools. But I went over there to hang out for the weekend.
Yeah, so it was how many of us? It was me, you, Fernando, Anthony, Bobby. And we had school the next day, which is crazy that we had school the next day. Also, I think that's the first time I ever had a shot, like a shot of alcohol.
It's vodka.
The first time I ever had any
Russian
alcohol like
vodka.
that, I was 14, young. But all I had was one shot, so it didn't really do nothing. I'm a kid. I don't know what it just tasted awful. I don't fully know how this started, but I know we went for a walk that turned into like an 8-hour adventure, 4 o'clock in the morning.
5 miles down train tracks looking for a hot tub that wasn't there.
The train came. This is what's crazy. We're like 14. We're walking miles down the road by a train track. The train came, didn't it?
Yeah, y'all climbed up on the guide rails.
No, Jake was there too.
Somebody did. I know I didn't climb up on it.
When you said that reminds me. Jake was there.
Yeah, Jake probably climbed up on it.
But
Dixie, get over here.
That's the same night I ran through the sprinklers, right?
Yeah, when you got chop blocked by a sprinkler naked.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm a kid. All right, guys. I'm a kid. I don't know how that started. Either Bobby dared me or I dared Bobby. But we're like, I bet you won't run through that golf course naked. So I was like, you know what?
Back then, a bet was a bet.
Yeah. If you make a bet, like if you don't do it, you're out. So I don't know how we got convinced to both of us doing it, but we both fully butt naked ran through the golf course.
If you do it, I'll do it.
Yeah, he's like, I bet you won't do it. Well, if I do it, you better do it, or something like that. So
Dixie.
I'm talking birthday suit out, ran straight through this neighborhood golf course butt naked, and the sprinklers were like jet engines. I swear they were like
Course sprinklers. If anybody knows about golf course sprinklers, they're high PSI. Hold on one second.
And when you're 15 and you're a kid, you don't know about it. So I'm just like unaware of it. But we took off running through this golf course, and the next thing we know, we see lights. Like this is the middle of the night too, so we see spotlights running. Like oh crap, what is that? We run back to our clothes, put our clothes back on, and then we see like these golf carts coming up. So Anthony lives in this area. He's like, he knows all the trails in the woods, so we're just running through the woods with him, escaping.
Not in the golf course neighborhood, next to it.
Yeah.
We weren't supposed to be there
at all. Yeah. We weren't supposed to be there at all. But what's crazy is they actually had like security guard rent-a-cops chasing us, and we're kids. But they didn't get us.
Yeah.
We escaped.
Luckily, think about it. Luckily, Anthony knew that neighborhood.
Because if he didn't, we'd be in trouble.
We'd be in trouble.
But also, we go to, where did your grandma used to stay? What was that neighborhood called?
The
Palencia
condos.
We walked all the way to Palencia condos.
No. She didn't. She lived in Palencia condos. We walked to Las Colinas.
We walked to Las Colinas, but we walked to one and they didn't have a hot tub.
Yeah.
No, we walked to one that had a hot tub.
Yeah, the condos.
We walked to one that had a hot tub, but it wasn't good enough or something. And Bobby got mad. He didn't want to leave, and we walked to the other one that had no hot tub. And he was so mad.
You said, well, we carried him.
Jake carried him a lot. I actually physically carried him.
That shit was wild.
And then we had to go to work the next day. And then his dad...
School.
And then, school. Sorry, we're kids. Anthony's dad is mad because it's like 5 in the morning. And he's like...
a whole nother
he's thinking that we're there with him. Like, we're not there. So he got real mad and picked us up. And he's like, he was yelling at Anthony the whole time. Like...
And Fernando, he took that... It was one of Anthony's dad's energy drink powder packets. And there's... Who knows what was actually in there?
Yeah, that was, you're talking like 1990s drugs.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it was.
It was a pre-workout from like early 2000s. Fernando probably remembers the name of it.
He was young, so it probably wasn't even meant for like a kid or something.
But he was tripping out though in the woods. I remember that.
Yeah, because he's not even used to like away from the sidewalk.
I
So,
know.
so he's already sketched out because we got him running through the woods. We're sprinting away from security guards in the woods.
Does R2D2 even lift? Remember that? That's what he kept saying.
Dude, we knocked on a door. They were having a party, remember? We knocked on some random trailer's door, and there was like, they didn't answer, but it was like we're banging on the door trying to get in this party. And
That's
they
where
never,
Jake wanted to go.
yeah. And they never answered us.
No.
So we're like, all right, well, I guess we're gonna dip out of here.
Yeah, and then that's when we went over to Palencia.
That was a far walk, though.
That was a far-ass walk.
We're talking like at least 4 hours of walking straight.
And didn't we go to the beach at some point, too?
Oh,
We were there
That's
all
a whole
weekend.
different story we could tell. We could tell that too. We got time. Tell about your accident, your car accident, and then we'll relay that.
Oh, that beach story.
Yeah.
I was talking. Didn't we go to the beach that weekend though, when everybody was there? With Nimai and everybody.
Oh, probably because we got a picture of all of us.
Yeah.
We got a picture of Tyler and Nimai. Was the only ones missing. Tyler and Nimai were the only ones missing that day, back in that time.
Whenever we went to the golf course, because they came the next day.
Yeah.
So. I don't know.
Tell the broken arm story.
Well.
Tell what you want to tell on that. You don't have to give all the details.
Oh, we can do the whole. We can.
Go ahead, do the whole thing. I don't care.
I broke my arm in a car accident in 2016. Got it fixed with surgery. Did all that fun shit.
Yeah.
And then I was doing physical therapy, and I was getting ready to go back to work. And Ryan and our friend Bobby wanted to go to the beach. I wanted to go to the beach too, so we went. That's how that worked. And
Well, Bobby really wanted to go to the beach because that's when he was just meeting Heather.
Yeah,
He was just meeting his wife now,
yeah.
who was 16, and he was, yeah. Okay.
But this is at the same time, 'cause we live in Florida. I'm sure he said it. Hurricane Matthews was on its way. And we live close to the coast, so yeah, we were at the beach. It wasn't here, but the waters were showing signs, to say the least. So we're out there, we're floating, just going over the waves, and they're tall, so it was fun. We got out there pretty far, and I guess I timed it wrong. They made it over the wave, and I turned around, and there's probably a 10, 15-foot pillar of water behind me, and I'm running as fast as you can in waist-deep water, you know? And it rolls me all the way back to shore, and re-breaks my arm. So I get up, I knew it was broken, I'm holding it,
I'll tell him why I have this story.
and I go and just sit down. Maybe 5 minutes later, Ryan and Bobby walk back up.
Okay. So, if I have this story, one, Jeffrey broke his arm hanging out with somebody else a while back. Okay, one of our friends, Jake. We don't really hang out with Jake that much, but that's a whole different story. Whatever. He's all right. So I don't hate Jake. So Jake, if you ever watch this, we don't hate you. Okay, nobody hates you. And you had a great life. Also, so Jeffrey's recovered from that, and I'm like, oh, cool. We haven't hung out with Jeffrey in a minute. Let's call him, see if he wants to go to the beach with us. So me and Bobby call him. Jeffrey's like, yeah, I'm in. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know, these are years ago. These are literally, I'm like, I don't know. I have to be 16 because we can drive now.
No, we were 20. This is 2016, so we were out of high school.
Okay. So there, look, I just jump them all together. We're old enough to drive. That's all I know at this point. Because the last story, we weren't even old enough to drive.
Yeah.
Jeffrey comes to the beach with us. I'm thinking he's all good. His arm's fixed. He's feeling better. He's got some nice fresh coasters on that cost $300, right?
Yeah.
Got some
They
nice.
don't even make those ones anymore.
Yeah, they had some nice $300 glasses on. So me and Bobby run up, and we're like past all the wake where the waves break, and we see Jeffrey, and we just see Jeffrey like hauling for his life. Like he's like running for the stars, and we're like, all right, whatever. Like that just ate him. You know what I mean? Like that wave just ate Jeffrey. Well, we didn't see him for a good second, and he tumbled around, freaking, all that. Lost his glasses. Did you already say that? He lost his $300 pair of glasses, and then when I see him, he's back at the beach sitting, and he's like this, and you could just see his arm hanging, like it's not connected. So I'm freaking out. I'm like, dude, Jeffrey, you need to go to the hospital. I'm the one that drove. So I'm rushing Jeffrey to the hospital, and he's like, I'm hurting him because I'm hitting speed bumps, whatever. I'm just going as fast as I can. I'm just going as fast as I can. Like, I gotta get him to the hospital. We gotta get him to the hospital. So
We sit in the waiting room for like 2 hours.
we sit in the waiting room for like 2 hours.
I'm in swimming trunks and nothing else.
No shirt on in the waiting room. In the emergency room, just sitting there. But they got a Russian nurse. And she's asking us what happened. Like, she's asking all us what happened. And I was like, it's nothing, a big wave. Like, smacked him and he rolled over, he broke his arm. She's like, big wave, huh? Big wave? Like, she was acting like he got in a fight or we broke it or something. Like, something else happened.
Jumped by them.
And I was like, no, the beach. Like, the beach really broke his arm. And she didn't believe us. She's like, no, tell the truth. Big wave, huh? I was like, lady, stop. Stop it.
And then, and whenever they were putting me in the splint, and they had me lay flat on my back.
Broken arm. This
Broken
is broken.
arm. Broken arm.
That's a scar right there, yeah.
They hold my arm straight up. It's broken right here.
So, like, there's a bone that's, like, in half.
Yeah. And there's a plate that's right here that from the last break, and it broke right above the plate. So it's a new break. It's not even the same break.
Yeah.
And you would think if you're going to wrap somebody's arm who's broken, you can kind of let them lean forward and do that. No, she wanted me to lay on my back, and she lifted my arm, held it together, and wrapped it up. And I'm like, you Russian.
Yeah.
She got mad. Oh my God. Your mom was there that night. Remember that? Your mom was at the hospital that day.
She worked at Flagler. So she walked over because she worked at the main one and then walked to the emergency room. Yeah, I do remember that.
I remember.
I think at that time I was borrowing her truck too.
Yeah, you had her truck.
Yeah, because that's what we drove to the beach in her truck.
And then I went and saw Bobby and them not too long ago, and Heather, his wife, when we went there, went to met at the beach. Because I was so mad that you took Bobby from me that day. I told her, I said, hey, you two are married now. You can move on.
Yeah.
Like, she was mad.
And my arm was broken. Yeah, well, I have I'm not gonna say it, but man, this is why certain people fade away, is because they let the women control everything, right? Yeah. I was not the biggest fan of her, and he dated her when she was real young. He just stuck with her.
Yeah, it was a weird situation.
I don't hate her. Like, I hope the best for them. I hope they figure it out, and I hope they work it out. But that doesn't mean that we have to be involved with them every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Facts. What other stories do we got?
We got a lot. Do we have any party stories? I'm trying to think. See, that's the thing is that most of the time, you can tell some party stories separate from me too.
Yeah, let's just gotta find the stuff we did.
Well, hold on. I want to tell a story. You might have been here. We don't have to say the name, but we were at a party, a house party, and this is involving Bobby again.
Oh.
This is involving Bobby again. So Bobby's probably, how old was Bobby when he lost all his teeth?
He got them pulled. So
Yeah.
But he was young, probably early 20s, late teens.
Late teens. Okay, so think of a 20-year-old with 0 teeth. Like, this is Bobby, okay? This is sad that I got to say it this way, but this is real. This is a true story. Bobby's got no teeth, but he's got dentures, so he looks like he's got a full set of teeth. Looks like everything's
Nice
fine.
teeth. He had nice face.
He had nice dentures, looked like he had like veneers pretty much. I don't remember. Oh, this is Jake's house. This is Jake's a party at Jake's house. I don't really drink that much. Like, I don't really, at that time, I didn't drink that much.
Yeah, you didn't drink until your 23rd birthday.
22nd.
Whatever.
But I had some wine and stuff that night and drank
some wine that night. He got 2 of the jugs of cooking wine and drank both of them.
That's a whole different night. That's a whole different night. Yeah, that was a whole different night, a whole different party. I threw up everywhere that day.
How was your birthday, though?
That probably was. I was like, this is my birthday, let's get wine drunk. And I literally wanted to, that was my goal that day, was to get wine drunk for the first time ever. And I did.
You regret it.
I do regret it. It was awful.
Wine drunk's the worst.
Wine drunk off of that cooking gallon wine. Like, you know them big gallon wines? This is off topic, but them gallon wines is disgusting.
It's like a gallon
and I had 2 of them.
Jug.
I had 2 of them. I didn't drink it all. I got halfway through one and then like a quarter of the other one, and it was just over. It was over. Too much.
Back to Bobby at Jake's.
Hold on. That night, the reason why I threw up majority is because Jamaican Nick went to wrestle when I'm already freaking, I got a belly full of wine. But yeah, back to Bobby at Jake's. I don't know what happened. He must have, see, Bobby and Tyler, when we were younger, they just chugged alcohol. Like, they would chug that. They would, it was like, who could get tore up bad? So they would take, you would take, like, Steve will do it kind of status and just chug it straight out the bottle like that, which I did too, but I kind of stopped. You know what I mean? I realized that that's not how you can't function. Like, I could get there and get real sloshed in 10 minutes, but I'm not hanging out with nobody. I'm not gonna remember none of it. I'm not gonna talk to nobody. So Bobby gets that way. Keep in mind, there's girls at this party. You know, like, there's a lot of people at this party. I don't know what happened, but Bobby throws up in the middle of the living room, and his freaking teeth hit the ground. Like, and I was just like,
out of a movie too.
Like
the teeth slid.
Yeah, it was like they slid together, and everybody's like, "What is that?" And I was like, "That's Bobby's teeth, man. Leave him alone. Leave Bobby alone." Oh man, that was crazy. I can remember. It's kind of like they chomped a little bit too.
They bounced.
Like, oh man, that's rough. But you know, it's kind of sad. It's unfortunate that he had no teeth. You know, that sucks. But that story is that is crazy. Like, that's a true story. That's wild. I remember Tyler called him toilet teeth one day, and he got so mad.
Yeah.
Because Tyler used to say some shady stuff just to be mean. And it's like,
I like to get under your skin.
He liked to do that, but he's still your friend. Like,
yeah, he loves you. He's gonna make you feel like you don't.
He'll do everything for you. Yeah, he'll take care of you. We have some stories at Alan's too. Remember? Were you there when Tyler started sucking on the toes?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put her last name out there or nothing like that, but I think she's married now too.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh dude, we have to tell the story about the freaking ghost runner.
Not I shit myself.
Yeah. Yeah. We had to tell the story about the ghost runner. Gotta let you have the bike for a little bit. Let me drink some water. I'll be right back. I'll throw some trash.
So we're at our buddy Alan's house, and we decided to go for a walk at
here. Let's say 2 in the morning it started.
Yeah, because we used to go walk, come back, swim, drink.
This is before
smoke.
we could drive, right?
Yeah.
This one's before we could drive. See, we're going like this is just off.
It's
the
as
top.
we remember them.
Yeah, these are off the top right now.
We go for a walk, and where he lives, there's no street lights, right on the river. So it's like mossy. It's creepy. It's a creepy road, essentially.
Yeah, it's about
pitch black.
It's about a 2-mile walk down a creek / neighborhood, all forest, like woods.
And we're sitting there walking. There's I think it was 4 or 5 of us. Me, you, Bobby, and Alan. That was it, right?
Me, you, Bobby, Alan. Yeah, 4 of us.
And we're walking in a line. Something like this. Like,
yeah.
Side by
like,
side.
Yeah, side by side, walking down the road like this.
And out of nowhere, this dude
at 2 a.m.
comes running down the road, runs between us.
Like through us.
Grunting.
Yeah.
We're like,
I remember that day. I jumped up. I was like, whoa, 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 bro. I was like, you cannot do that. I said I would hit you.
You said that. You said, dude, you about caught the.
I was like, I almost punched you, bro. Like, and he just didn't say anything. This dude just kept going, running. And I was like, what in the world? Now,
when we get to the end of the road and we don't see the guy.
It's a one-way, so like you gotta come back. This dude disappeared. 2 o'clock in the morning.
And it gets crazier at the end of the road.
Yeah, so
we like to mess around with people who are driving.
Yeah, we were young. You gotta think we're kids, people. Okay, so this is kids being kids. They don't do this today as kids no more. So one, we shouldn't even be walking at 2 o'clock in the morning.
No.
We kind of snuck out anyway. Like we weren't even probably supposed to.
We had to. We had to sneak out past Alan's dad.
Yeah. So half the time we're doing this stuff, we're not even supposed to be doing it anyway, and we sneak out. We go for a walk. The ghost runner runs by us. Literally disappears because down the road, just you couldn't see anymore. He's just gone. We get to the end of the road, and there's like another cul-de-sac / store. Okay. Let me see my time right now. All right, we're good. That's a cul-de-sac / store. So Bobby's small. Bobby's like what, 5'3"?
Yeah, he was short back then.
He was short. Okay. So we're messing with cars at 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't know why. Messing with them about, get that bug off my, come on, spider. Okay, there we go. Sorry guys. freaking spider. All right, we're messing with Bobby, or we're messing with people at like 4 or 5 in the morning, which we shouldn't have even been doing this in the first place. What we did because we were young. We're holding Bobby like we're beating him up. Like so, Alan's holding Bobby's arms, and I'm acting like I'm punching him. I don't know why. I don't know why we were doing that. I don't know why we decided to do that.
I'm somewhere taking a shit. Trying.
Bobby's doing, or Jeffrey's doing something. So out of nowhere, we look over in the distance, and a van, 2 vans, windows down, roll by like this, like creeping slow. And we're like, what the heck? All the windows are down and they have like nothing but mask on. Now I'm not saying they were, I don't know what they were, but it was like all white mask, okay? All of them, like 2 vans full. So we're like, what the heck? We just booked it, started taking out running, like freaking out running. Jeffrey's a little bit slower than us at the time. So
I was a heavy boy back in the day.
So Jeffrey is like, what the heck, y'all are leaving me? Whatever, you're leaving me. You guys just left me like that. We're like, dude, we got the heck out of there. We're halfway down this like 2-mile run. The vans didn't chase us to nothing, so it was kind of weird.
I don't know why we ran, but it freaked us out.
We ran because it was a bunch of murderers or cultists in a van.
That's what
They were weird. Like, it was really weird.
And they were just looking at us.
They like just imagine like creeping by like this, like just looking. Freaking, I was like, what the heck?
Come to think of it, they were probably concerned about Bobby.
They probably were like, hey, they were beating up that little kid. We should probably help him. But we were kids, we weren't actually beating up Bobby. We were actually hitting him. But Bobby was like, he got his arms out like this. We're smacking the crap out of him.
And at some point, I had to use the bathroom. So I hop off into the ditch and lean on a tree. And as I'm doing my business, a car's coming around the corner, and I don't want a car to see my naked ass. So I just pull up, hop back on the road.
He ran with poo-poo pants.
And I had shitty ass crack.
Couldn't drive. All we had to do was a walk. It's 4 in the morning. We got back.
A long walk, by the way.
It was a long walk, yeah. We got back.
I took a shower.
Everything was safe.
Everything was fine.
We talked about it forever, and now we're bringing it up to this day. Weird story, but do you know about? Were you there when Jake and Tyler were getting chased by that one dude in the van?
I wasn't there. I was at Jake's house when that happened.
Yeah, see, I wasn't there either, but I heard that one. That was pretty wild. Like that was. I
was talking to somebody about going because that was at whenever Shane was renting that house on 3 T's off 208, that property they had before they were on the river again.
Yeah.
And were you there whenever we flipped the golf cart with Austin Cavalflesh?
See, I don't remember. I could have been. I remember.
Because there were 6 of us there.
I was there.
You were there because that was the night you started with the Miss Julie shit.
Yeah, I was wearing the.
You wanted to fuck Jake's mom.
I was trying to be like her stepdaddy or Jake's stepdaddy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do remember that.
But
Miss Julie was fine back in the day. She was.
Yeah.
I was just a kid. I was like, look, I look exactly like Shane. I had his glasses.
That's what it was. You're like, I can be Shane. You just call me Shane. But do you remember me and Tyler switched hats mid-air during that golf cart crash?
No, I didn't. I don't remember that. I remember that y'all were all on the golf cart. Anthony was there.
Yeah, Anthony was there.
Because I was there. He had a blue shirt on, like a blue gator shirt on.
We have that pic. Yeah, we have that picture somewhere.
Because I remember.
Because he was in trouble because he was supposed to go to his mom's and he was hanging out with us instead. And somebody was supposed to be his ride back.
What was that story with Tyler running naked through the Indian trays? Did that happen or was that not Tyler? Or was that Taylor and Amber? Somebody ran naked through Indian trays.
No, that was Amber and Taylor. That was at Amber and Taylor's house. Me, Tyler, Amber, and Taylor were in the hot tub.
Yeah.
And it was just truth or dare type shit going on.
We couldn't drive.
We couldn't drive. We couldn't be in that hot tub. We weren't allowed in that hot tub, but we snuck in it.
And it's somebody else's house, right?
It was Hunter. It was not Hunter and Taylor. Taylor and Amber's parents' hot tub, and we weren't supposed to be in it because we're disgusting kids, and they know what's up.
Was it the house? Okay, what was that house behind Bobby's? Remember? Was that a house there or no? And it was just a property there.
Yeah, there was just a property back there. The one that had the fucking Raggedy Ann doll in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, remember that random guy in the woods that would like come talk? Like he would have like random in Tyler's area. There was some random guy in the